Welcome everybody to StreamPunk. Today I'm going to give you all the necessary tips and tricks you need to know for Dice Kingdoms. But first, let's keep those YouTube algos happy by smashing that like button and supporting this channel. Thank you. So the first tip is going to be farming. And with your farms, there's really two setups that will optimize the food yield. Here I've got 6 farms set up so that I can plop down the windmill here. And this windmill is going to double the capacity of food that it produces relative to the farm. And here we see that the windmill produces 12 food for the farms that are adjacent to it. This setup supports a population of 18. So setup number 2 is if you don't have a lot of space, you can set up 4 farms like this and plop a windmill in the center. This will give you a total of 12 food, really just a solid option if you're running out of space on your island. So you want to be a culture Chad and win through a cathedral and churches? Here's how you set it up. You'll want to leave enough room on your island for this one. So the cathedral is going to give you 3 culture for every church that's adjacent. We'll want to place our cathedral and then the churches adjacent in an elongated fashion like so that we can fit in as many churches as we can and maximize the amount of culture points that we're receiving. You'll be able to place up to 10 churches around the cathedral. Now, if you want, instead of doing it like I'm doing here, you could always substitute a hospital at the top and help reduce disease from spreading. Have a little extra coin in your pocket? Well, markets are a great way not only to buy resources with that coin, but also military units. So when your back's against the wall and you don't have the military strength to defend your island, just keep smashing that sword icon. Build up some troops. Hospitals are absolutely essential to keeping away disease and plague. It's inevitable that you're going to roll enough skulls during your harvest phase to get disease in the early game, and then later on in the mid-game plague. Leave enough room on your island, build a hospital, and this will allow you to build an absolutely huge neighborhood that'll go unaffected by both disease and plague. Here you'll see I build an absolutely massive number of houses, allowing me to maximize the number of house dice without essentially forgoing my turn if I get a disease or plague. Hospitals are critical to gameplay because they essentially remove 2 of the 6 negative effects in your game. Your castle can only store so much. This is where storage buildings are going to come in handy. This is going to increase your capacity for food, wood, and stone. And you'll be able to build more than just one. Building 2 or even 3 storage buildings is going to keep your resources from getting sacked during an attack. At minimum, you'll need 3 just to build a wonder. Are you missing wood? Well, tools are probably one of the most underrated resources in the game. Using tools, you can gather extra resources, repair buildings, or even clear up spots of your island. A good education will get you far in life, and so will the university. The university should be built as soon as possible in the early game, as it unlocks all the Tier 2 buildings: storage, cathedral, guard tower, windmill, hospital, sorcerer tower, market, and finally, the wonder. Additionally, the university has a second function, and that's really research. Here, you'll spend culture points to unlock an additional reroll on your harvest phase, double tile clean for when lightning strikes, getting 50% range and 25% attack speed on your guard towers, being able to replace soldiers with Templars, or even being able to replace soldiers with sorcerers. Wonders are ridiculously expensive, but plop one of these down on your island, and you'll be flexing on the competition with an instant win. The reroll. Here during the harvest phase, you can see that I've rolled 2 skulls. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the disasters marked with the skulls. I've rolled 2 skulls for disease. Here, what I'm trying to do is actually roll a 3rd skull. Because remember, everything on the left-hand side of the disaster column is going to be a disaster to your island, while everything on the right-hand side will be a disaster for your competition's island. In the mid to late game, rerolls are going to become even more important, as the severity of disasters only increase as you'll be rolling more skulls. This is where researching Reroll 3 in the university will be extremely helpful. Hey guys, I just want to thank you for making it this far in the video. If you could hit that like button and support the channel, I'd really appreciate it. And here I'm just kind of leaving you with a preview of Dice Kingdoms on Steam. This was released by 5 Mid Studios on April 3rd. As of right now, the reviews are very positive. And I'd have to say, just based on the gameplay, I like it. And I think for roughly $16, it's well worth the buy. You can also invite your friends on Steam right into games. There's just a connector that shows your Steam friends inside the menu where you can go ahead and just invite them into a game. So I'll leave it with that, and thanks for watching.